Hello. Sorry, I was fiddling with my camera setup to see if I can make it better. So we'll see how it goes. Let's fix some of the stuff over here. If this brush will stop being dumb. Come on, stupid brush. Otherwise we're gonna have to give you a haircut brush. Come on. Come on. What is going on there? It's Hlin time. That it is, Mini-Mancer. How are you? Okay, this brush is getting a haircut. Also, I forgot to post on socials that I'm streaming, but whatever. That's a lot to trim off. Come on, stupid artist opus brush. There we go. I mean, you could always try that. today's stream is probably going to be mostly skin. So we'll see how that goes. So I got a few of the new Chimera colors on my palette. The ultramarine, the green oxide, and the Durilia yellow. Because I like those colors for the skin. I'm still not jazzed with the medium, but I've not heard back from Chimera yet about that. Yeah, I was there for the feedback. Lucas isn't the sculptor for this, but I don't like disagree with that, right? Like the hair on the model itself is not quite as textured as your beard hair was, which makes it stand out probably a bit more than you intended to. But that is a very like signature thing of Lucas's sculpting style. He gives you more volumes rather than individual strands and chunks. So you could look at like his Merlin that he did recently. Hey Sammy, yeah, lurking is a-okay. Appreciate you stopping by and hanging out on this totally normal Sunday where nothing else is happening. But I hope that everyone had a nice weekend. We had a nice night in yesterday to celebrate Valentine's Day early. Cooked some steak and potatoes. Yeah, I mean, sculpting's hard. Yeah, had some steak and potatoes. Got some macarons, which I forgot to give Anna extras. Well, I guess they're mine now. Sucks to suck. Taking the painting a lot more slowly, I feel like, than I have on previous figures. I think this is a mixture because of I just kind of sped through Kingdom Death. Like that was the most models I painted in a short period of time in quite a while. Also just kind of want to like be more thoughtful in where I put my brush and all that good stuff. Yeah, I think I said that when you asked for feedback on that, or I don't know if you asked for feedback on Hlin. I know you did on Kira. But I don't think it's necessarily like yeah, it's like sculpt good is like not maybe like not like helpful advice, but I think it's like that is the thing that is like detracting from the piece, right? Hey Diana. Like when one thing is sculpted in a much different style from other parts of the model, it's going to stand out a lot. Yeah. see. Yeah, it was good feedback. We caught up on Vox Machina and Peacemaker, both of which are continuing to be very good. We also watched, I think we watched all of Murderville over this past week, the Netflix improv comedy thing. It was fine. Like, it's not like the most funny thing in the world, but like it was good to just have on while we're just chilling. And we started the All Dead Inside, I think is what it's called. The Korean zombie high school drama thing. I've only watched 2 episodes of that so far, and it's decent. Anybody get up to anything fun? Start any fun new projects? I'm probably going to play a little bit more Kingdom Death tonight, so that should be fun. Oops, off camera. Let's see. There should be some light in there is how it would work. Yeah. Something happened. Oh, thanks for the subscription, Sammy. That's very kind. I'm doing good. Yeah, we had a chill evening in. Work has been busy for Anna. Work's been weird for me. Just like trying to figure things out, I guess. A little bit still, which is not always fun. What else? Yeah, had good food. We exchanged gifts. I got her some art from an artist she liked. And then she got me here. I can show you what she got me real quickly. She got me this beautiful picture of Poe from an artist called Tofu Pixel. Yeah. Also, I forgot water. So actually, here, you guys can go look at Poe's beautiful butt. I'll get water. And we're back. Okay. Yeah. And she also, so she originally got me the Mitski album, but I accidentally bought that for myself because I didn't know. Which is, as I've said before on stream, very good album. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. If you like sad music. If you don't like sad music, you won't like it probably. Sounds like... Oh, so she got me 5 pounds of bucatini instead. Other than that, things are pretty much the same, I guess. I don't know if I talked about it on stream, but I did schedule probably my first commission, so that should be fun. We'll see how that goes. I told them I needed to wrap up Kingdom Death first, and then I wanted to like work on a couple display models, so probably sometime mid-March I will get the menus to paint, so we can see how we like that process. But assuming that it happens, it'll be the Disciples of the Witch from Kingdom Death, which I'm jazzed to paint because they're very cool figures and they're hard to find. But yeah, how have you been, Deanna? Sort any like housing stuff out, or still figuring that out? It's a really good figure. I mean, mine looks very rough right now. I don't know, it's just like the right amount of detail on it. Like there's some little fun thing, like little itty bitty fun things that are not like, too small, but they add enough character. The hair is friggin' great. Just lots of really nice volumes. I'm sure this will be a piece that I will revisit at some point. It's just a really nice figure. Nice. Do you know where in Seattle you're living/staying? I'm continuing my hunt for a house. There was a good article on like the Seattle market that came out, and apparently Seattle proper, the value's gone down again, so that's good for me. Like the median house price dropped by like 50 to 100K, so that's good. But on East Side, the median house price is now more expensive than Manhattan, so that's fun. Cool. That feels good. Yes, I am in the Seattle area. I live in like Seattle proper. I'm not one of those people that says I live in Seattle, but then I live in Bellevue or something. So yeah, I've been here for, it's 2022, so 7 years this August, which is kind of crazy to think about. Bryant. Is that north or south? I'm trying to remember. I feel like that's north of me. Because there's like Bryant Park, right? Or am I making that up too? Okay, got it. Nice. There's a few Seattle people who have popped in, or Seattle area people who have popped in. I know there's Adam, who's over, I think, I want to say he's either on East Side or he's in like the Madrona Capitol Hill area, I think is what he said one time. And there's someone whose name is like reminds me of Twice Sold Tales, something book kittens. But if you don't know about Twice Sold Tales, there's a bookstore in Capitol Hill, and they got cats. It's like a used bookstore. It's really cool. They got cats that just kind of roam around. It's great. Love it. Yeah, I've been looking for houses in like the Columbia City area / Beacon Hill, or up north in like Shoreline. I stopped looking over on East Side because it's just ridiculous right now. And I also don't really like East Side that much, even though I have some friends that live over there. Yeah. Yeah, Capitol's getting a lot of good news shops too. There's going to be an H Mart there soon, which is awesome. Don't have to go all the way to ID to get some groceries. And by groceries, I mean frozen dumplings and such. although the Dixon Capitol Hill is closed at the moment, which is tragic. They're remodeling it. It'll be open in March, I think. I want to say. Yeah. And for those who are not in the Seattle area, DX is a local burger chain that sells burgers for really cheap. Like $5 gets you a burger, fries, and maybe a shake. Dick's is fine. I like it because it's cheap. And I think the burgers are okay. Like, it's not my favorite burger in the world, but for how quickly you get it and how much it costs, it's pretty good. Hey. Jokes. Reverse Danger? It's a Seattle classic, right? I mean, I generally don't like actively go out and seek it, but if I'm like in the area and I'm hungry, it's good stuff. They also pay their employees well, so that's nice. It's like going to Everett. I haven't been to Everett in a while, I don't think. To be fair, I've not really been outside of the core like Seattle area in a while. So yeah. Oops, it's too dark. Yeah. So normally when I paint skin, I really just kind of work dark to light. As I said last time, I kind of want to make use of the pre-shading I did with all these like oranges and magentas going on. So I'm just kind of going back and forth between highlights and shadows, kind of blending between areas, making highlights larger, smaller. Just kind of taking my time. So, not the most exciting painting session today, probably. Probably bust the airbrush out at some point. But it's going to be a lot of this kind of going back and forth and like thinking if this looks good. Because this is a piece that I want to like try hard on, I guess. Yeah, I try to do a lot of urban exploring. Just the last 2 years have been a buzzkill, I guess. I used to walk around a lot, go to different parks and all that good stuff. Yeah. Let's go. thing I need to do again is pick more new running trails, because I've kind of stuck to the same one for the last little bit. So I should start like running over in Cap Hill or something a little bit more. Maybe at some point I want to do the we have so how Seattle's set up is like there's east side and west side, and basically there's Lake Washington in between those, so there's two bridges. One's I-90 and one's 520. And the 520 has a nice like people bridge as well, so you can like run across the water for 13 miles or something stupid. I don't think the water part's that far. I think if you run along that bridge, it's like 13 miles to Bellevue from that side. I have gone to Ravenna Ravine. My sister, my first year, she was going to UW for her master's, and she lived over in that area, so we went over to the Ravenna Ravine Park. I think one of my favorite things about Seattle. Sorry to stop painting. I just want to stretch for a second. Like one of my favorite things about Seattle is just like there's so many parks where you can just go into them and not really know that you're in a city, and then you just walk out and then you're back in the city. Like the Arboretum kind of area. It's not part of the Arboretum directly, but there's like this wooded area near the Arboretum in Cap Hill where you just like run into it and you're like in a forest, not near anything else. And then you emerge from it and then you're in Cap Hill. It's crazy. We used to do new restaurant. Yeah, we try to support like a lot of places that we like during the pandemic, just to make sure they don't go away. But we try new things, eat out. One of our big things was try to find like the best chicken sandwich in Seattle. So we went to like Milk Bar, we went to like the normal fast food places, so like Popeyes, Shake Shack, etc. And then our favorite is Mahono, by a long shot. But Jack's Barbecue recently opened like a chicken shack thing inside of it as well, so they have chicken sandwiches now. So that's on our to-do list. Yeah. Like I have my stupid one, which is like find the best pad thai in Seattle, which so far is Bangarak Market. Because I'm a basic white boy, so I gotta order chicken pad thai whenever I go get Thai food. But I highly recommend Bangarak Market if you've not been there. It's in Belltown. Really good food and good drinks too. I do. She kept trying to poach me, and then I finally gave in. And so far, it's okay. Yeah. So without going too much into work, since you know, without saying, the last couple weeks have been interesting. And I will leave it at that. So as not to dox me too much more than I already have today. Well, if someone really wants to find out where I work, they can probably figure it out on the internet. Okay. What do you mean? Oh, you didn't notice anything? Okay, you've not been paying attention to the news. But anyways. How did my Kingdom Death models fare? Which ones? My Christmas shipment, not my painted ones. They fared okay here. I can grab them again. This is my Kingdom Death drawer over here. It has its own drawer now. Yeah, we can do a quick mail time. Since we did mail time on Friday, but there was like 2 people there because it was late and I was kind of out of it on Friday. Yeah, so here we can do an extensive mail time today. Why not? YOLO. Because we looked at boxes, but we didn't actually look at anything. I don't think. So if you're new here, I buy too many minis. But yeah, mine fared okay. So if you're not familiar with Kingdom Death, that's the thing I was painting a lot of recently, but they also do resins and 3D prints. They've been... Yeah, my resin... These ones look okay. It's still my smog. Somehow survived. But yeah, they left like all the supports on, which is not going to be fun to remove. Like, it's a very delicate piece, and I think it's just going to break when I take those off, so that'll be fun. But these all survived. Her hair survived, it looks like. I got number 64 out of 150. I do really like the stamp. My Wendy, I think that's her name, right? Yeah. Her headpiece has 2 breaks on it. So if you see this one where my fingernail is right now, there's a little heart kind of thing on the top. That's supposed to be on the other 2, but they've broken off. They're floating around in the bag. I'm debating if it's worth reaching out to support to try to get a replacement. But I feel like it would just break again because they don't pad their boxes at all. So there's just this plastic disc flying around with these delicate 3D prints. It's really dumb. You can see there's one of the heart things right there on my finger. Here, let me block this person real quickly. Bye, followers. Shame. Ban. Okay. Where were we? Yeah, so most of the crown is intact, but the top of the crown is broken off in 2 places. So like that heart thing that's on the top of all 3 isn't on these 2. So hopefully you heard that this time. It's like it's small. It's not the end of the world. Yeah. There's like also a few tiny print lines which I would not normally want on Death Gray. It's kind of hard to see. Like it'll barely be noticeable. So overall, mine fared better than a lot of them. My prints, at least for the most part, look clean, so that's good. And then we got some holiday minis for next time. So we got a Hlin, Satan, Santa with her bag, and then this is the Twilight Santa person. I like the packaging on this one a lot. Even got that Kingdom Death tissue paper. Delicious. Oh yeah, she's the one that she's like stabbing a thing, or she's standing on a thing. I don't remember off the top of my head. I just saw. I gave into the lewdness. So there she is. Very lewd. Very Kingdom Death. Anyways. Let's get this all set up. But yeah. So I'll probably have a sale tomorrow. I'll see how I feel. I know Dwarven Forge is also having a restock tomorrow with some things that I want. And it's gonna be a limited restock, so I can't like sleep on it. But yeah, we also got these from Chimera this week, along with the new paints that I have mixed feelings about so far. Waiting for them to reply to me, hopefully tomorrow, to see what the deal is. Yeah. Like, I have enough resins. Yeah, this is a Chimera model that I got with my paints. I replaced all the straw that was in here with some extra foam. But the cast is really nice. There's like one line along her hair that I'll have to clean up. It kind of goes down her shoulder as well. Sorry about that. But like the pieces all fit together really nicely. Cool figure, cool design. This is one of their new ones that I got. Yeah, excited to paint that up at some point. Should be cool. The packaging is very tight. There we go. And then we got Morlock as well. He's like one of the classic Chimera models. I've never painted a Chimera model, so I've always wanted this guy. It's especially great. One of the I had originally wanted to get this one if I wanted to make like a 75 mil diorama of my D&D party, because one of our barbarian in our party is like whole wolf theme, like he comes from a wolf clan and stuff. So this would have been a great mini for him. He also has a spooky helmet that I think we've forgotten about for the last 2 years, but I'm pretty sure he still has it. So, yeah. So, good stuff. More fun projects for the future. And my drawer is very full. I'm gonna have to put together some more models, I think. Because I still got A New Kingdoms, and then eventually whenever Limbo decides to do their Pledge Manager. Come on. Struggle bus today. There we go. Got it. I also got a Chimera bus, but he's in the other room because he doesn't fit in the drawer because he's a big boy. But anyways, back to this. I've not quite figured out this line just yet. I'm gonna pull up some reference while we're sorting things out. I'll do it on my iPad so that we don't tank the stream. Doot. Okay. So we want let's see. Okay, well that gives me close enough idea, I guess. So I got some reference. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Okay. Back to painting. Yeah. So we're all happy with the Chimera stuff. I'll be sure to buy more models from them again in the future. I think a lot of their designs are like a little bit too fantastical for my taste. But every now and then they have something that I like a lot. Yeah, what else? Oh, there's also the Limbo division. It's another miniature company. They're releasing their little bunnies tomorrow with machine guns. Or they're releasing them for pre-order at least. So I'll probably wait to see if there's a Kingdom Death sale. Like we were just saying, I'll probably skip any resins, but if there's a plastic that I want, I'll probably get that. The one exception in resins would be if they have like a knight or something, I will cave and get that. Or like another figure like Astri. But we'll see. Okay, we definitely need to bring the lighting up on this thigh quite a bit, I think. This, I think, needs some more transition between those two. Shoulder, I think, needs a stronger light as well, and then I need to figure out what the hell to do with the chest. The face, lighting-wise, I think is getting there. I think I need to fix this side of the face a little bit more. It's a little too dark at the moment. For colors, I'm using pretty much all, or just all chimeras at the moment. I wanted to not use the Fairy Flesh set, which has been a little bit of a crutch for me lately, in terms of skin tones. So, we got Red Oxide, Kartachi, Caucasian Skin, what? Diverlid Yellow, Diverlid, Oxide Green, Ultramoon Blue, which I haven't used much yet today, the 2 Ladine Red, and Magenta. Yeah, actually, you can already see. So here's Oxide Red. It's splitting up a little bit, kind of like these, but all the new chimeras like split a little bit too much from the get-go, and they're a little more jelly. I don't know. Just making me think that maybe the medium broke or something, froze. So we'll figure that out. I should sit normally again before I get cramps. And we should also not forget about her arm. So she got her shield arm, which goes on like that angle, roughly. Okay. Once I get the volumes roughly in a place that I like, I'll blend over everything with the airbrush to smooth it all out. Okay. So then it's just going to be lots and lots of refining. So I personally am not a big fan of football, But I do think that they're going to have a Kenobi trailer today. So I'll have to keep an eye out for that. No, Super Bowl is always in like February. Football season starts sometime in the fall, right? But yeah, there's lots of football on Thanksgiving Day, but yeah. I guess the Bengals and someone. I don't know. That's about all I know from the few conversations I've seen about it floating around various discords. And that's Rams. Thank you. Yeah, football was never my sport. I was a baseball guy, and now I'm a Formula One guy, and sometimes a World Endurance Championship, which is also racing. Yeah, that's really cool. That's the one thing that always, because like as a baseball person, like the World Series is 7 games, and it's at the divided between the two teams' home stadiums, and I think like since it's 7 games, I think the tie is divided by who wins the All-Star game. I think because the All-Star game is like the American League versus the National League. So I think that's how it works. Sand-worn and scuffed. I don't know what you mean by sand-worn, but there's gonna at least be some scratches because there's scratches in the sculpt. I don't want to pop it off, but you can see one there. But there's a bunch of scratches on it. I think I want to I don't know. I know I want to do copper on this piece, I think. So like maybe the trim of the shield. Copper's a metal I haven't like Gold Smoke Knight was really good exercise in gold, and for me, here I can grab him. And Gold Smoke Knight almost ended the curse on Instagram of my most liked thing being a stupid speed paint. Hasn't quite beaten it yet, but it's close. Also, I still need to varnish him. That's why he's sitting over here. Because I held off on varnishing him in case I want to touch up the hammer, but I don't think I'm gonna. I think he's fine. It's good enough. I'm happy with the gold. That's all that really matters. But yeah, even though Gold Smoking Light there was a bad example. Steel NMM, I think I've started to get a hold of, at least for normal, simple shapes and the colors and figuring those things out. The light colored non-metallic metal I struggle with a lot still. So I want to do copper, because I feel like every time I try to do a colored non-metallic metal that's like a orangey thing, it just ends up being gold. So that will be the fun thing for this piece. But the metals will probably be close to the end. We'll see. I'm also debating if I want to do any sort of war paint on her face. I initially had a lot of like ideas of like almost painting her up like Yasha from like Critical Role, the second campaign. But I don't think I want her skin to be that pale, but I think maybe I'll still steal the war paint that we often see in fan art. So, we'll see. Back to the main figure, let's work on the legs a little bit. Assuming I finish her up before the end of the month, I'll probably have time for one more project before I have to switch over to that commission thing. The options for that are a bust. We got a few busts trying up over there. Or I might work on Artemis from Hera Models. I know that Keegan over in the Dirty Paint Water Inn wants to do like a paint off kind of thing on that. I can grab that figure real quickly. I think, yeah. Here she is. She's real cool. I've started thinking about how I want to go about painting her. I think I really like this technique of like using really colorful undertones, so I want to play around with that a lot more. So for her, I'm thinking like use like phthalo green for the shadows. So just cover phthalo green, then do like a white over that, and then do a pale yellow or something like that. I think that might be fun to mess around with. Yeah, we got a cool cyberpunk bust, Sphera, Alana from Big Child. And I have a 3D printed bust over there from a little while ago as well. And then, what else? Oh, the Innu Kingdoms Kickstarter, even though they haven't fulfilled, they did put out their video of Ben Comet's painting one of the figures. So I'll probably throw that on when I'm painting tonight. Just listen along. Apparently he has an even longer form version of it on his Patreon. I'm just kind of like, okay, why didn't you guys get all of that for the Kickstarter that you're running very behind on? But whatever. And some other painting thing came out recently. Oh, Cult of Paint released all their like assembly videos and some painting guides and basing guides for Deogard, I believe is what it was called. Yeah. And they said they're going to announce Deogard 2 soon, which I think is supposed to be dwarves. But it'll also include the figures from Deogard 1. So. Let's look at our reference again. See how this lighting works. Okay, yeah. Mos Eisley. There's a Star Wars thing. I don't know what it is. I'll have to pop that open in a second. Oh yeah, Book of Boba Fett is something we also watched this week. I thought the last few episodes were fun, but as a series that it kind of largely dropped the ball. Oh, Sandwithered. Okay. Let me look. Are you thinking like this? Oh. Okay. That could be cool. Could do like some rusty effects or something like that. Yeah, I'm trying to debate if I wanted to be like... Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, so I guess for context for everyone, in case you haven't seen, here's our base. It's a rocky, sandy thing. I don't know, to an earlier discussion, trying to sculpt more and get better at that. Because sculpting would be something I would like to try at some point. So I want to get. It is also helpful for bases and stuff. So sculpted some rocks. That little thing. So yeah, we'll think about it. I do like that I took the time to do the base. It's not painted, it's just got the same undertones as she does before painting the figure, because normally I start painting the figure and then I figure out the base, and that's not really a good idea because your figure's environment will affect the lighting and such on them. So if you don't figure that out until the very end, it can be hard to get things to look cohesive. So I'm trying to do a better job of having my base at least mostly figured out before I get cracking at the painting. More white. Oh, so Miniman, so you were asking about the spirit, but did you actually get your hands on it already? If you're hanging around still. Nice. Oh, hey, we got a raid. Thank you, Soulway Studios. You lost the head spike. I mean, that should be easy to fix. Hey, Ugly81. I'll wait for people to get behind the ad wall if there is one. I don't know if there is one. Before doing the normal streaming spiel. Maybe we can grab some minis in the meantime so we can do the show and tell thing. Sure. Okay. So hello, raiders. We're painting 75 mil or 1/24th scale figure today. She's got a shield in her other hand. Just playing with some colors, trying to do some new things. Hello, Soulway Studios. How was your stream? What were you guys working on today? But yeah, I paint minis. So recently we just finished up all of Kingdom Death. I didn't paint this guy on stream, but I painted most of the rest of the core on stream, I think. There are a few figures I did off stream just for myself. But yeah, and I also paint busts and other Kingdom Death and other large scale figures like her. So yeah, if you guys are painting, feel free to share whips. First episode of our Tamiya Beetle Group build. Awesome. I have actually here, relevant thing. Let me go grab it. I don't think I've shown it on stream. I think it's a cool thing. There we go. So we got I've had this kit for like 15 years and I still haven't really put it together. A Morris Mini Cooper Mark 1 from Tamiya. But I want to do like a little diorama with it at some point because there's the same scale as the figures we're painting. You can see Child Me slap some thick red paint on there. So I'll have to clean that off at some point. That lovely Tester's enamel. Otherwise it's untouched. So, yeah. Yeah, I got this, I think at the Disney Epcot or something when I went there. um, yeah, I'm a big fan of the old Mini Cooper, so that's why I've just held on to that kit for a long time. Yeah, I mostly just paint miniatures. Probably will paint some terrain on stream at some point because I got a lot of terrain to paint for D&D. Yeah. If you guys got whips of your beetles, feel free to share them in chat. It's link friendly. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. All that good stuff. Yeah. Feel free to throw a link. I'd love to see the mini. Yeah, I miss in-person D&D. So I was actually so the train I have is Dwarven Forge, and I'm in the Dwarven Forge Discord and all that stuff, and yada yada yada. But like in my current setup at home, I got my desk, which is what you see here, basically. Oh, thanks for the follow. Let's pop this open. My stream will lose a few frames. My computer's garbage. Awesome. Love the little old. How do you do the rust effects on this? Is it like a lot of sponging, or did you use something like chipping medium or something like that to do it? Or I know salt weathering is another thing that some like mini painters will use. Yeah, that's awesome. I'll give that a like. Very cool. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I've got, so on that subject of what I want to do with mine, I've got this figure, who's also from Black Crow, which is the company of the miniature that we're making now. So maybe her in some sort of like jungle diorama with the Mini Cooper, because there's a miniature painter named Arnau Lazaro. Here I can actually grab something that has his name spelt on it for spelling, because I got a book over here. There he is. Arnau Lazaro. He for this magazine, he painted this Ghost Rider, which is fucking wild. He did a figure a little while ago with a scale car in it, and he painted up the car really nicely to go with that figure. But yeah, back on D&D. Yeah, so my group's largely transitioned to online because of, the last 2 years now. And like a lot of us have moved all over the Seattle area, so if we want to play D&D during the week, it makes it hard to like meet up because getting places in Seattle takes forever sometimes. But yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah, that one. I love that. It's such a good one. It sounds like, yeah. So I was looking at options for like tiny foldable tables that I could like put next to my setup, so I could put maps or terrain on it, and then use this camera arm, to like pivot over there and film it during D&D for whenever I run it. And the options are, there's some folding tables, but there's also this whole thing of like camping tables that fold up really small and are about 2 feet by 2 feet, which is what I want. So I might get one of those and see how it is. Because we were using like Roll20 for a lot of our stuff, but I as a player it's okay. As a DM, it's a nightmare, I think, personally. So then we did like pointing webcam at battle map when the other DM was running it. And that works okay. There's also a app/service called Vorpal Board, which kind of makes it a little more interactive, so I might mess around with that some more. But yeah. hoping we'll at least be able to get together in person for like the finale for our campaign. That would be nice. Because we're getting close. So we've taken the last 2 weeks off and we're off from it again this week just because people are traveling. Taking care of some family stuff. So I might run a little one shot some other system. Yeah, Tailspire is neat. The thing I like about Vorpal Board is you can use like real terrain stuff, which I bought way too much of during the pandemic. Which was maybe not the best decision to get into that when things were, in my defense, I largely got into it when it was still that period where it was like, oh, it's just 2 weeks of staying at home and things will go back to normal, right? Oops. But anyways, I digress. I got to play in an online game for Dwarven Forge a while ago where we used Vorpal Board, and it was pretty intuitive as a player. I'll have to see what it's like as a DM. But basically, like, it lets you like click on the image to show like where you actually want to go, which is very helpful. Yeah, I mean, I think the pandemic was both like a boon for most D&D, but I know a lot of groups canceled. Like one of the groups I was in like can't do online because the people can't focus. So like they need to be in person to be able to like focus on the game. So that group kind of fell by the wayside. We haven't been able to meet in person because a lot of the people in that group are like very immunocompromised. But the main group I'm in has been able to like make it work. So that's good. too bright. So let's tone this color down a little bit. My palette is just a mess of different tone mixes right now. Sewer Park's good, yeah. Alki would like, yeah. So I know I could like go down to the waterfront and just run over to West Seattle. I'd be concerned about making it back. And there's also like Discovery Park. Hey, Unexpected, how are you? Yeah, I do part of Burke Gilman as part of my run. Like my normal, I like to do like around Seattle and like up Queen Anne and like down on the waterfront, and then Lake Union's a good one. The first time I tried to run Lake Union, there's like the several drawbridges around the lake, and I got to the drawbridge that I was supposed to cross, and I was like, oh, this is too soon. Then I kept running and realized a little bit later that was the right bridge. But eventually came to another bridge, and then took that one. Oops. The Arboretum itself is also a really nice run. Very relaxing. But yeah. I did the stair run from hell yesterday. Just basically start by Lake Union and take the stairs all the way up into Queen Anne. Yeah. Yeah, I very much like to just run out the door and not have to worry about like going somewhere. What I might do one time is like drive up into Cap Hill and then like do runs around there every now and then. Just because like getting up into Cap Hill takes a lot of energy. Yeah, skating would be terrifying here. If you're not familiar with Seattle, there's like a lot of elevation change. It's one of the reasons why if it snows here, we're kind of just hosed. That mixed with we don't really have like snowplows. But there are a lot of really steep hills here. Yeah, the roads here are also not good. They're especially not good after the last year. We had a for our area, very hot heat wave. We had like 3 consecutive days of over like 110 or something like that, or somewhere in that ballpark. I don't know, we broke it, but it took like 30 years to do. We did it in like 1 week, like in terms of max temperatures. So that was fun. And then we had a really, really, really cold week as well in December around Christmas. So let's look at how should foreheads look. Yeah, I think I need to bring this lighting a lot more over. So let's get some skin tone to do that. So I know my palette's not on screen anymore, but as I swallow my tongue, when I'm painting the face, I'm mixing in, if I'm working down here towards the jaw and the mouth area, I'm mixing in a little bit more green. If I'm working around the cheeks, I'm mixing in a little bit more red, and if I'm working on the forehead, I'm mixing in a little bit more yellow. There's a lot of like, so your cheeks are more red and your nose is more red because that's where like the fresh blood is kind of close to the surface. The jawline is more green on like more femme characters and more blue on more masked characters, because like that's the deoxygenated blood coming back down. You don't want to go full blue on like femme characters because that makes it look like they have after or 5 o'clock shadow. So like a little bit of green kind of gives that same kind of realistic feel. And then the forehead's yellow because that's where the sunlight hits or something. I don't remember. There's the Color and Light by James Gurney talks about it. But yeah. Yeah, one of the main reasons why I like running is you can just do it pretty much anywhere. I absolutely hate running on treadmills. I can run for about 2 miles on a treadmill and then I want to just die out of boredom. No problem. I've been enjoying reading about painting stuff a lot more. That's why I have those like magazines and such. It's interesting to see how people paint and learn more about color theory and how materials work and all that good stuff. Still not happy with what the hell's going on over here, so let's grab. like still needs some work before we rush. Yeah, it was a little too dark. Let's paint your arm again a little bit. My headset's telling me my battery's about to die, so that's fun. We'll see how long it can last. Or I'll go grab my other headset. Oh, hey Crypt, no worries. Oh, like just tired or like sick? Also, while you answer that, here I'm gonna go grab my other headphones before everything dies. So 1 sec. computer not like that. There we go. Alright. We got the nice headphones now. Hopefully you guys can't hear the music twice because these are open back or whatever. Now I can hear myself talk more and I don't like it, but that's okay. Did you stay up late the previous night, Crypt? Because if so, that's probably why. I mean, that's not late, right? Maybe. Or it could just be like stress or something, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to dispense medical advice. I mean, I've had a few days during all this where I wake up feeling not good, drowsy, heart feel weird, and it's just, for me, it's stress. About the situation of everything, usually. Sometimes work stuff. Medical advice on your minis? I'm happy to give advice on minis. If like you want feedback or anything, I'm happy to give it. I'm still very much like learning myself though, so like you have to bear with me. I generally try to follow the sandwich technique of giving feedback, which is like good thing to improve, good thing. Unless I'm asked to give different forms of feedback. Yeah. Yeah, I was good about not doom scrolling for a while, and then I've gotten the thing is like I'm not necessarily doom scrolling. I've curated my feed so it's less of like stuff going on. Like occasionally some stuff will break through just because other people like it or whatever, it pops up. But I just I don't know, spend too much time looking at internet things and not focusing on real life things. Yeah. I made the mistake of liking a Star Wars tweet with all the Book of Boba Fett stuff, and now my feed has been cursed with bad Star Wars takes. When I had gotten it to this wonderful place where it was basically just like art, birds, and minis. So more art. So I have to figure out how to get it back. doing a better job of like curating my discords and stuff. What's doom? Like a legitimate question of like what's doom scrolling, or is that a haha, what is it? I don't do it kind of thing. Yeah, what Sammy said. Basically, you just kind of get in a rut scrolling through everything and you're like, oh, everything's terrible. Which, like, it's good to be informed about the goings on of the world, and it's not inaccurate that a lot of things are terrible, but it's not good to like dump all that on your brain first thing in the morning. The other thing I really need to get back to is it's all frou-frou-y, I guess, but I used to like do clear my head and like meditate kind of stuff a while ago, and that was really helpful, but I fell off it, and I feel like I should pick that back up just to like, because I don't know, sometimes there's just too much going on in the head and you just reset it. Yeah, getting obsessed about bad news. I've definitely been a lot better about not doing that, but just too much time like checking feeds and stuff to see what's going on when I should not do that. Yeah. Oops, too dark. Okay. Yeah, I think it's this thing that's kind of popped up a lot more in the last few years. Yeah, as I said, happy to give feedback on minis and not medicine anytime. Okay, no worries. Have fun eating. Okay. I think these need to be brought up slightly more. So let's. East side of I-5 in Cap Hill. I know that they're doing a lot of work in that area because of like the light rail stuff, right? And I know that the whole waterfront's being redone, and so that should be really cool. Like they've started working on one of the piers, but they haven't made a whole lot of progress. That's supposed to be like a lot of green space down by the water in Pike Place, so that should be cool. Yeah, I don't look too much into that. We are supposed to get like the East Side Light Rail soon, right? Either this year or next year, I think. Which is kind of crazy to think about. Be able to go more than just north-south on that stupid thing. Yeah. So they started this a few years ago. Yeah, like but they're supposed to open up like a whole lot more lines here, like to go up to Fremont and West Seattle, and those are gonna be like 2030 or something stupid. 2030, 2040. I was like, okay, well, thank you, Seattle citizens in the 80s who voted no on getting good transportation. Great foresight. Okay. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, there's a lot of great parks here. Definitely one of the many things I like about living here. Yeah, I mean that's America in a nutshell. So we got hammered with car propaganda, and here we are. Like the only city in the U.S. with like decent public transport is New York, and it gets you places, but like it still has the issue that basically all public transport in the U.S. that does exist. No, Siri, I'm not talking to you. Go away. No one likes you. Basically, all public transport in the U.S. is just designed to get people from the suburbs to downtown for work. It is not designed to get you from suburb A to suburb B. So that's even the case in New York, where basically if you want to get So like the north part of Brooklyn from the south part of Brooklyn, oftentimes you have to go into Manhattan and then back out of Manhattan. So it's like not worth it. It's really dumb. Exactly. Yeah. Series fine. That sounds like, yeah, like Chicago's public transport's okay, but like it is like that issue of it's meant to get you downtown, like dialed up even higher than New York. It is also a little sketchy. What does contrast do? Contrast does this. Hold on. That. It's actually a good thing to look at. So we should push our highlights a lot higher, is what this is telling me. Hey, Woodell. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, you see stuff. So yeah, contrast is just to put it in black and white so we can focus on value contrast. So we should push these highlights a lot higher. Yeah. So let's do that before we even think about airbrushing. Yeah. It's helpful to look at things in black and white. Like it's not true black and white. Like if you would take a black and white photo, so it's not like a 1-to-1 for like what the values actually are, but it gets you in the ballpark. Yeah, I try to do this a lot when I'm painting on my own. Is like take a picture, look at it in black and white. So the faces, like we were on the right track with having the face pushed up. This thigh is pushed up a lot. This chest needs to be pushed up way more. The shoulder does as well for what we've done with the thigh, and this thigh is still lacking behind this one. So more doing stuff. Then we go back to color. Wow. Nice. Is this the you working on the, because you had like your streamathon yesterday, right? Was it yesterday or the day before? Or am I thinking of something else? I thought it was you. I thought I saw you working on the like 1/3 Thanatos, but I may be thinking of another streamer. Sorry if I am. But I'm like 90% certain it was you. Okay, yeah. How did you get did you get an STL of it and print it out at 1/3 scale, or how did you get that? This is my question. And why would you get that? It's so big. Painting something that big would scare me. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I was like, I didn't think they had STLs. Okay. Yeah, the largest I have, I think, is 1/6 bust of Not the Brave from Critical Role. And that's like very large for me. Bruises from holding it, Jesus. No, I'm good. I don't want to paint a 1/3 bust of something. We want to paint large stuff. We got Dragon King. Yeah. Feel free to throw a pick in chat. Because I think I saw it partway through, and then I went for my run. All that good stuff. I was just lurking. It's usually Saturday morning. A lot of people stream my time Saturday morning, so I'll throw them on when I'm cleaning and stuff and jump between them. To a baby shower. Hopefully you guys didn't have any explosives at the baby shower. I would like to not have forest fires start early this year. Pop this bad boy open. Ooh, awesome. We're using like metallic gold paints on this? Or metallic oil paints is what I meant, sorry. Because that's what started all like the forest fires last year. Here, I'll throw this up on stream for anyone who's let's see if I can do this. I don't do it often because usually it tanks things. Okay, cool. So similar to like so you have like metallic pigments like the green stuff, which I have somewhere. I don't know. Let's see. I add a source. I add a browser. I said new. I post that. Hey, we did it. Parallax. Okay. Yeah, the green stuff world metallic pigments are really nice. If you ever do like order from somebody that has them, I highly recommend them. Yeah, this is looking really cool. Yeah, that's just too dang big. Too dang big. Cool. Here, actually, I'll throw that back up. Here, I'll grab the largest bust in my collection. If I can. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. Is it in here? I don't know where it is anymore. Oh, it is in here. There it is. We got it. Pretty sure the box is smaller than the plinth of yours. It's been a while since we looked at this. Whoops. Oh, hey, good. I had the image up so you guys didn't see my address because it's in the box. So that's good. We thought ahead. Good job, me. Yeah. So, comparison to what we're painting now. This is by Cordifax. He also did like some Star Wars busts that I know Ben Layton painted up. But I had to get the Not the Brave because I'm a big Critical Role fan and I liked Not a lot on Campaign 2. Yeah, so like the thing I know about painting larger scales, especially like if you're getting to like 1/3 or stuff like that, is like it's a lot like the figure starts to be affected more realistically by like natural light. So like becomes you have to like really I don't know. You either have to just go in to like let the light do its thing or I guess like really paint contrasty. This is from Critical Role. This is Not the Brave, N-O-T-T, the Brave. This was Sam Riegel's character, which is why the bust kind of resembles Sam Riegel. The sculptor wanted to do that. Yeah, a goblin rogue, or is she? Who knows? Yeah. Speaking of Critical Role, yeah. I will say the Critical Role cartoon is very good so far. If you're not a Critical Role person, I would still suggest giving it a shot. It's very, very dark. So Minimancer, you might not be able to watch it with the ESO. It is very bloody. It adapts one of the darker arcs from the show. But I remember some people being like, oh, Critical Role is soft, and you watch this stuff, and like all the things that go on the show, and it's like, no. Critical Role gets very dark. The first 2 episodes are not. There's like some like it's all cartoon gore and stuff like that, so she's okay with cartoon gore, but there's a lot. Yeah, Secession's so good. It's such a good show. I think one of my buddies who's also watching Secession, I think, came up with the best way to describe it, which it's basically if Arrested Development was created by the showrunners of Downton Abbey. Which sounds like a weird mix, but it works really well. It's very good drama and like weird, dry humor. I love it. Like Shakespearean tragedy. And if you like describe any of the events in Succession to anyone else, they're like, why the hell is that like dramatic? But it is. It's very good. I love it. It's a very, very good show. It's one of the HBO shows. Oh, I forgot she has feet. I should paint those, shouldn't I? Oops! We'll get there. Okay. Feet. Why is this, like, just because of the colors or the figure itself? I definitely agree with Deno. This is like, I think, one of the best sculpted figures, like, on the market. Though I am biased because I really like Black Rose stuff in general. So I think the beard idea was really cool. I think you often like do like really adventurous things with your paint jobs, and like you do these adventurous things, you're like gonna have to deal with the feedback, I guess, or something. I don't know how to like word it exactly. I guess what, like, because even though like the advice you got was like, well, you just gotta sculpt it better, right? But like you took the chance to do that crazy thing, and the thing is, like, if you do these crazy things that are like sculpting a whole additional piece on the model, like if it doesn't blend in perfectly, it's gonna stand out a lot. So like it's gonna be a point of like feedback and such. If that makes sense. I don't know. I'll stop talking. Work on these little Pete's. Great content for the feet lovers out there. Yeah, I think it was much more about like trying to match the sculpting style of the rest of the figures, how I interpreted it. Also, this is bare feet, right? Yes, okay. skin tone in there. Sorry, I need to catch up with what that conversation was. Oh, so there's a mold line here. I don't know if I'm going to deal with it. I'm not going to deal with it. I'm just going to live with it. Still need to push up on that, so we'll keep pushing up on that. Let's see. Oh, like just sculpt right over the beard on that character. Yeah, I think that's an option rather than getting a new one. But I would say like sit on it, work on some other projects, maybe come back to it at another stage. The nice thing is like you also want to get another one like Black Crow stuff. I feel like is really reasonably priced. I think she's like €30, which is like $35, somewhere in that range. But yeah. I've slowly been collecting all of their miniatures to paint. I guess this is this third, because I painted Cormac and Octavia, so this is the third figure of theirs that I'm actually painting. Yeah. That could work. And like if you can always, like if you're going to be sculpting over the top, you could also, or it'd probably be recommended to like, because you just sculpt over the paint, it's possible the paint wouldn't be the best surface for the new material to adhere to. So you could always like carve away some of the beard that's there, which would be a painful thing to do. You want to do it very carefully so you don't slip and hit something else. But yeah. Okay. Chest and neck. Let's work on those more. I think that's the area that's the weakest right now. And yeah, I think this is really just going to be a skin painting stream today again. Next time I stream, hopefully the skin will be done. Like I said, just taking my time, just trying to enjoy the process. I mean, that's always the case with feedback, right? Like a piece is never really finished. You just chosen to stop working on it, right? Because there's almost always more that you can do. There's always something that you can tweak, work on, etc., etc. Yeah, like the point of getting feedback on a finished piece, I feel, is like learnings to take to another product, not necessarily something to go back and fix. Right? At least that's how I feel when I get feedback on finished pieces. Because usually I stop working on something when I'm tired of it, usually. Which is one thing I want to do this year is work on a piece beyond being tired on it. Yeah, once you have to like match old mixes and stuff like that, yeah, that's always fun. Yeah, I mean that's where like nice pre-mixed skin tones come in handy, so like the fairy flesh colors and stuff like that, but even then I'm mixing tones between them. I have not seen the trailer for Nope yet. That's the new Jordan Peele. Is that his name? The guy who did Get Out. It was like Let Out, Set Out, Get Out. Yeah. So one thing I've been doing lately, especially for like the gold smoke night, because I worked on that gold between sessions and like had to start over a lot, is just if I'm working on a complicated thing, instead of putting all the paints back, I just leave them on my desk so I know which colors I was using without having to write them down necessarily. So these paints have just been sitting over there since the last time I painted on Friday. Yeah, I heard someone say they were thinking it was going to be a giant monster movie or something like that. Which, if so, I'm excited about that. I like giant monster movies. I don't think I've seen Get Out. I haven't seen the other one yet. He also did Candyman, right? Or am I thinking of something else? Oops. Yeah. Also I looked over the Oscar list for nominations and stuff this week because that came out. I know I saw I saw a couple of the Best Picture films. I still need to watch Power of Dog, the Western that's on Netflix. I have not watched Lovecraft Country yet. But I was a little disappointed that like West Side Story got so many nominations and like Green Knight didn't get any nominations, which I thought was wild. Okay, I'll add that to my list. Maybe that'll be like my next me show after I finish catching up on The Expanse. Yeah, Green Knight was great. I don't think I liked it quite as much as other people, but I thought it was a very well made film. I know Don't Look Up got nominated for Best Picture, which I was a fan of. Something else did here. Let's pop open these nominees. But friggin' the West Side Story remake got nominated for Best Picture. And like so many people are like, oh, it talks about all these things. I'm like, yeah, so did the original. Like it's not doing anything new. Oh, Dune. Dune got nominated for Best Picture, which was an amazing movie. That's the other one that I saw. Nightmare Alley is on my list because that just got added to a bunch of streaming stuff. Yeah, The Power of Dogs on my list. Coda, I've heard some good things about. King Richard, I have no interest in seeing. I don't really care for. I don't know. It's Will Smith doing the same biopic kind of sad things. And thank you for the follow, Junex. Generally, if something's like based on a true story, my interest in it goes down quite a bit usually, with some like notable exceptions. Generally in TV. Yeah, Nightmare Alley I've heard a lot of good things about. And then Power of Dog I gotta watch because I like westerns. How was your dinner, Sea Minerals? I have no idea what Drive My Car is. That also got nominated. Oh, the art theater here is showing it. Cool. Looks like it's a Japanese movie? Okay, I'll have to give that a look. But yeah. Licorice Pizza I've heard a lot of good things about. Belfast I heard nothing about. Okay. But yeah. And Best Actor, etc. Yada yada yada. Anyways. Yeah, it was an interesting year for movies. I don't know, there wasn't a whole lot that I cared for last year. I'd say Dune. I liked most of the Marvel movies. I did not like Eternals. But Spider-Man No Way Home was really good. Travis Fimmel. I'll have to give. I don't know who that is off the top of my head. Let's find out. Australian actor. I do not know who this man is. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen any of the things he's in. I've never watched the Warcraft movie. I never played World of Warcraft, so, or played Warcraft either, so it was not something I wanted to see. Alright, Sammy, thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Have a nice rest of your Sunday afternoon / I guess evening at this point. 4:30. It's 4:30 afternoon, or is it evening? I would say late afternoon. Ate a bunch of random stuff in the fridge. Fun. Oops, too fat with the brush. Let's go back to the feet. Okay. Let's fix that highlight in her armpit area. I'm thinking maybe time to airbrush a few things. Switch over to the airbrush at least. So let's do that. Is it Super Bowl? Bowl. B-O-W-L. Super Bowl. Supper Bowl. It's S-U-P-E-R-B-O-W-L. I think it's 2 words. Pretty sure it's 2 words. Before we airbrush, let's clean our airbrush. Exactly. You had a Supper Bowl. I think the last time I was using this airbrush, it was giving me some issues. Mostly dessert. It's Sunday. That's okay. Oh yeah, we got some lovely filth on this airbrush. Look at that. Lovely. So let's give this a good cleaning before we spray it anywhere. Everyone loves to yep, yeah, you just gotta do it. You're gonna screw up, it's fine, it's just paint. Now I got moisture on all my fingers, so I can't unscrew anything anymore. Good job. Smart. Yeah, I've been pushing myself to use it more and more. Because it just makes life easier once you get good at it. So Q-tip. Get some cleaner on that. Gee, what was I airbrushing before? It's all that gold, which is why everything's yellow. If I were smart, I would have cleaned after that last session, because I knew I should have, but here we are. I'm not a smart man. Okay, there's that. And now the fun part of hopefully not losing the nozzle as we clean it. Here we go. So I like to just blast some cleaner through the nozzle for starters. Then use this little pokey tool, get a little bit of cleaner on that. And then very, very gently, you just kind of scrub the inside. If you get it inside first. Here. Okay. Let's set that nozzle there so we don't lose it, hopefully. Let's get some cleaner on this little scrubby boy. And we just scrub out all of this. And have it spring back and launch everything everywhere. Getting problems? What kind of problems are you running into? And I'll try to ignore the fujiji. Oops. The one thing I'll say about airbrushing is I feel like it is slightly different for every single person, which is unfortunate when you are first starting out. Like, I feel like there's no one size fit all solution for airbrushing, which is why a lot of people bounce off of it. So everyone has their own little things that they like or dislike. So all I can say is keep experimenting, keep trying stuff out, and eventually you'll hopefully get it. And then, like, if you don't enjoy it, then don't do it. Got it in one. Last few times I've cleaned, I had a really hard time getting the nozzle back on. Okay. 20k bubbles, channel points. I don't know what that. I'm like, the things are like 200,000 or whatever, right? Oh, 125. Maybe I should up that. Okay. Or maybe I should just get rid of it, because I feel like a bunch of people would get it at once, and that's not going to be fun for me. I got rid of the one that was like, oh, you can change the color on the thing I'm working on, because I realized that would be terrible if I ever had to do that. But also, no one ever spends channel points. I think Crypt was the first one to spend channel points in a long time with contrast. To get the owl. If you want to buy the owl, you can buy the owl. That way I don't have to worry about carding at places. Is that loop? Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. Sure. Alrighty. Now we have a hopefully nice and clean airbrush that will spray nicely and cleanly. Oh. That's a lot of channel points. Good. Let us redeem channel points. Channel point or Topulous channel points are non-transferable. So we'll get some of that base skin tone in there. And we're gonna get some of this yellow. That gave us a nice sunny skin tone. Pressure because it was up because I was using my airbrush to clean my desk. Let me test it out. It's a little bit warm. Let's add a little bit of the magenta, just a tiny fraction of a bit, maybe a little bit of the burnt red instead. Compressed air can? What do you mean? All right, let's screw everything up. Woo! maybe add a little bit more color. We'll just deal with it. I like to play video games sometimes. I was off camera for a lot of that. Sorry about that. Well, maybe you should play, maybe you should try more exciting games than Sims and, Stardew. Like, there's more games out there to try. Oh, I gave up what? Yeah, I would very much like to not have work. I mean, my new job is a lot better than my old job in terms of like not taking up too much of my time, which is nice. But I would really like a 4-day work week. I think that would be nice. I think having a 3-day weekend would be rad and make me a more productive worker. Yeah, things are chilling out a lot more. I think it looks a little weird on camera, but I'm liking how it's looking in person. So things are basically what I'm doing right now is very large strokes of blending with the airbrush with a really thin down paint. The next step I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with some different colors with the airbrush, a little bit thicker to kind of re-establish some of the tones that I'm losing right now. So going back in with a darker tone and putting that back in. I've been pushing myself a lot more, like I did it on the Kingdom Death stuff a little bit, to like use the airbrush, because oftentimes I would do this big glazing step and then I'd go back in with a brush, and I still do that a lot, especially if I need to add in a sharp detail again. But I've been liking using the airbrush after watching like Sergio's streams to go in and do like some glazing touch-ups. But yeah. Hello, Matt. Welcome. I see you are free from your children's. I mean, I can recommend a bunch of Switch games, Diana, if you want some good Switch game recommendations. Uh, one, let's see. There's the packing game that came out recently that a lot of people like. That's short and sweet. There's a short hike, which is good and short and great. Um, nice. Yeah, I did my laundry before the stream. I even folded it instead of just leaving it in the dryer, which I've done a lot lately. Nice. That was a game. I made the mistake of trying to marathon that game the Thanksgiving weekend it came out. So I got very upset with the Skyward Strike mechanics. Did you play it on Switch or did you play it on Wii? I'm gonna assume Switch. Okay. Oops. Alright, so now we've used up most of this paint. We're gonna add some more thinner in. And we are going to do our shadows first. So we're gonna grab some new colors and try them out. So I grabbed the royal brown, because even though the medium's a little bit weird, these are still airbrushing. Okay. Also grabbing the dark oxide brown. So let's grab some of that royal brown, which is a transparent pigment. Oops, I should probably wear a mask, but it's fine. I'll live. I'm gonna grab some of our magenta as well to get that back in. A little bit more of this dark oxide. That's a little too much. What else did I miss? The new Pokemon game is supposed to be very good, from what I've heard, for Switch games. Breath of the Wild is the best game ever made. Fight me. Yeah, Hollow Knight's good. I need to give Hollow Knight another go. The jumping was not clicking with me the last time I was playing it. Celeste is really good if you haven't played that. Yeah. I got my air purifier going, so I'm good. I'll put the mask on in a second, though. Let's put it on now. Yeah, the remake of Link's Awakening is really good. It's very adorable. What else? Here, want me to just grab my Switch so we can look at the games I have real quickly? Here, let's do that. Take a hot break real quickly.
Here we go. Here we go. We got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Metroid Dread's really good. Hyrule Warriors is pretty fun. Short Hike's very good. Hades is amazing if you haven't played that. Animal Crossing New Horizons is decent. Caves of Hyrule is very good. I actually never played Luigi's Mansion. Sayonara Wild Hearts is a good afternoon. Don't get Pokemon Sword. Goose Game's great. Transistor's good. What else do I have on here? This is all the things. Celeste. I Am Setsuna's good. Bastion's great. Crypt of the Necrodancer's great. Battle Chef's fun. Puyo Puyo's good. War Group's pretty great if you like Advanced Wars. I love Gris. Into the Breach is really good. And I like ARMS a lot. Mario Rabbids is fun. Shovel Knight's great. Mario Odyssey. All that good stuff. Yeah, Fire Emblem's good too. I've not been in a Fire Emblem mood in a long time. That's one of my wish list games is Fire Emblem. My JRPG itch has been scratched by Persona for the last couple of years. Octopath Traveler is really good. I played the demo. I've not been good about playing video games the last little bit. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the reason why I don't play games as much as I've been painting instead.
I traded a Destiny for painting. It was a little over a month. It was about a month and a half to paint all of KDM Core. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's dump this. Once we're done airbrushing and I get a coat of varnish on here, we'll probably call it quits. So we just went in with a darker color, so now let's go in with a lighter color. Punch those highlights back up a little bit in a few places. So for that, I'll grab some of the base skin tone again. Gonna grab a lot of this yellow. And we need more white on the palette. So let's get some more white on the palette. More white. Oops. Need to be a little more careful. And more, please. Okay. Drop the shield. Good job. Looking almost grayish for some reason, I'm not sure why. Okay. She's standing on a cliffside. So just, I'm going for just fun, bright, saturated colors. Is the goal. Just kind of in the sun, in the desert kind of thing. So we'll see. I'm going to go back in and touch some things up with the brush and then glaze with the airbrush again. But for starters, let's put this out. there's that cleaned out mostly. Let's get it all. Okay. I'm gonna grab our varnish. Some thinner. Okay. And then center our sharp over here. All right. Okay. Let me just clean up the airbrush and then we'll wrap up here. Okay. There's that. There's that. So here she is so far. I would say the skin is mostly done-ish now. I'm probably going to jump on to other parts of the figure now, just to get a better feel for everything, and then go back and touch up the skin more, push some things a little bit. But now I'm at the point where I need to figure out the rest. So I'll probably do the hair next, then go on from there. Maybe her clothes, since I guess her hair overlaps the clothes, so it'll probably be better to do the clothes first. So maybe I'll do that. But anyways, let's find somebody to raid. And I can take the mask off now.
Ooh. Yeah. Please open. We'll do it from here this time. Assuming I'm logged in. I'm not logged in. Well, no, I should be logged in. Maybe, if I get the message. Hello.
Hello, are you gonna let me log into Twitch? Excuse me. Oh my god. Fine, we'll just do it from the computer. Let's scoot that. Let's scoot that. Let's scoot all these out of the way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, life is so hard. Okay. Come on, computer, you can do it. I believe in you. I have faith. There we go. It's thinking. It's thinking. Let's see, we got Scrub Angel Humvees, we got Monster Just Den Minis. We've rated them before, I think. So let's pop open actual Twitch and see if there's anybody new. Let's move this so that it's not in my eyes anymore. Although that was a much better lighting position than last time. Come on. Come on. Let's go. You can do it. The most exciting part, finding someone to stream or to raid. Oh hey, it's this guy. He's doing sculpting. I know him from some Discord, so he's we can go raid him. Yeah, why not? Let's go raid this. Oops, I should have just copied his name. So now we go boop. Raid. Oh my god. Boop. No, thank you for
telling that to Fatima, my sister. And actually she was telling me that her boyfriend goes every year to San Japan.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, now
And
we
she
got that
bought
sorted
the
out. So
she
thank
bought
you
the
all
Oni model for her boyfriend as well.
coming
So
by,
oh no,
stopping
wait.
by, chatting.
You bought one of
I'll
I'm
stream
trying to
again
remember here.
sometime this
I
week,
bought
probably
it
not tomorrow.
because she was looking for a gift for him, and I said, I might as
I
well.
found I don't like the Sunday.
She ended up coming back. So I think you bought her the Daimyo Oni,
Friday.
and then she came back and bought the Gatling Gun Oni
Yeah.
after
Yes.
it when that
Again,
one
hope you
was
all
back
have
in
a nice
stock.
rest of your Sunday or Monday,
So
depending on where
that'd
you
be
are.
cool if we all met up at the booth. I'd have a demo game set up. I think they've only bought the main mech models to like just kind of paint and have. So yeah, it'd be cool to meet them down there.
Dude, Domo DMD, I freaking love Austin. I have